Stretch. If everyone would please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, at this time, if we could get a roll call, please.
Chairperson Davis,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Souter,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone.
Yes.
Okay. We have approval of minutes from July 9th, August 13th, and an emergency hearing from August 27th. If we could review all of those, and we'll do 3 different approvals. The first one being July 9th. Whenever everyone has had opportunity to review those, if we could get a vote to approve.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from July 9th.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second.
Vice Chairperson Souter,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone,
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes. The next approval of minutes is August 13th. Once everyone has a moment to review, if we could get approval.
I'll make a motion to approve August 13th, 2025 meeting.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second.
Vice Chairperson Souter,
I'd like to make one amendment. The typo that it, under the minutes, calls it June the 11th. Should be the 13th, correct?
I
No,
wasn't
August.
here.
I'm
Oh.
sorry. I apologize. I was looking at the wrong one.
Oh, no, that's okay. I wasn't here for that meeting.
Yes.
Yeah. Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone,
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes. Lastly, the emergency hearing from August 27th, if we could please review those, and once everyone has had a review, if we could get a motion.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from August 27th.
Second.
You have a motion and a second.
Vice Chairperson Souter,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone,
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Abstain. Okay, the next item, we're gonna move to the end of our agenda, and that's the communication and comments by the public. If we could go ahead and start with old business. This is 1603 South Smith Street, update on progress from August 13th meeting regarding cleanup of property and possible closing of the case. Where are we on that?
We're almost there. Before I get into it, my recommendation up front is going to be to allow 1 more month for complete compliance. And we, as in myself and the homeowner, have made that agreement that it should be done with 1 month. There's 2 cars that are going to be removed from the property. They were just waiting on those to go. They're in the front yard. One of them belongs to their son. He is still in the hospital, but he did tell me that it does run. There is a truck that I do know that does not run. It does have antique tags. However, it's sentimental to them in a sense is what my understanding was. So I'm still trying to figure out how to go about that one. The front yard still needs a little bit of work, but really it's just a lot of outdoor items that is just kind of cluttered, and we've talked about that. They do plan on putting the camper in the backyard. It's where it's at now is fine. It's behind the front structure line of the home. However, they are going to move it in the backyard because they did get that cleaned out. There is a trailer also in the driveway that has some old wood on it, and they're hauling that to be thrown away. So they are making the progress. They've had a lot of events going on in their life, and I try to be considerate and understanding of that. But I think 1 more month we should be able to reach full compliance.
So all the vehicles that had the antique tags, that the question was if they were operable or not, are being taken care of.
One of them that did get an antique tag is going to be removed. The black car that was a girlfriend's, she is having that removed herself.
Okay.
And then it just leaves the SUV looking vehicle that apparently does run, and then the one truck that I said that has the antique tags that does not run.
Yeah, and everything with that structure seems to be up to code and satisfactory.
What I can see.
So the major problems of the cleanup about a month out.
I'd say so.
Do we have any questions on this case?
So if I hear you right, you'd like to keep it here for at least one more month?
One more. To reach full compliance, and at that point, if not full compliance, we can move in a different direction. But so far, it's been very productive, so.
Awesome. That's good. We've come a long way. Come a long way.
I make a motion to pass 1603 South Smith Street to the October 8th meeting.
Second.
Do we have a motion and a second?
Vice Chairperson Souter,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone,
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes. October 8th.
That October 8th,
I believe so.
make sure that,
Just
okay,
confirm
that'll go
with
in
me.
the order. Pass until October 8th.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm sorry, is the respondent here tonight?
No.
Okay.
The next item is 28 Frawley Road, update on progress from August 13th, meeting regarding having bids for debris removal and bush hogging in the backyard.
I think Miss Edna's actually
Yeah,
here.
Miss Edna is here. Would y'all like to come up? Don't have to. You can get our chair, thank you.
Right here. Yes, ma'am. You want this today or no?
Yeah, I could use it.
Alright.
After falling a couple, about 6 weeks ago. Is it going to wrap under me? No.
Yeah, I think it is.
Hey.
Okay. My mouth's dry. You got a drink of water.
I don't, not on me, man.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Tori, were we able to make any headway with getting bids, or where are we on this one?
So I met with the street department again to see if we could continue on with what we were going to set out to do. They cannot get the equipment that they need to get up there. I have reached out to our normal contractor that gives us bids and does a lot of the work that we, that we request, sorry. He gave me a rough estimate, so it's not exact. So I can give you the rough estimate, but just know that it's not an exact estimate of what it could be.
Can we work on a range with that? Could he give you a range on that rough estimate?
He told me that he's looking at 1,800. That's if he doesn't have to get any of the big equipment up there.
Okay.
He's also out of town, so he based it off of what I could send him. So
Okay.
Remind me, that 1,800 range is for what? The cleanup?
the bush hogging, because that's what's going to have
Complete
to.
bush hogging?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Does that also remove any debris?
Agree.
Yes, sir.
But not to include the outbuilding? Or
No.
Okay.
No.
And the outbuildings, well, from what you could tell, is
I have no idea.
a risk? Okay, okay.
However, I think in the last order we weren't going to touch that just yet until we talked to Miss Edna before we.
Okay. All right. And we don't have any other avenues of anyone else who can assist with this
That's what we can find
cleanup in the
out.
backyard. But has any family been able to help at all? Have you been able
I
to
am
talk to?
hard of hearing.
That's okay, Miss Edna.
I couldn't hear a thing y'all was saying.
Do you
What
have
did you say?
any help that can possibly help you clean up your backyard? Do you have family or neighbors, or anyone who could potentially help you?
What's she saying?
So the backyard, they're wanting to know if there's anybody, family, neighbors, friends that can try to finish up the backyard. The street
Yeah.
department tried, but they couldn't get
My
what they
grandson is supposed to be over there. I talked to him over the weekend, and he said he'd try to get over there in the next few days to cut the backyard and front.
Okay.
Yeah.
Backyard's bad. It's worse than we thought.
Well, he'll get it. I used to cut it myself before I got to where I couldn't. I'm 90-year-old,
I know.
and I still live by myself and do my own what I can. And I fell about 6 weeks ago, and I'm going through the house to do something. And sometimes when you get my age, your mind controls your, how do I say it? Your body gets ahead of your mind, or vice versa. And it's easy to get hurt. And I'm independent, I try to be, and always been that way. I was oldest of 6 kids, and I always had to do for them. And I lived in the country, and I was raised poor. And I'm trying to do the best I can with what I got to do with. And I'm trying to stay out of the nursing home.
I know.
I don't want to go no nursing home.
Miss Edna, is it feasible that Miss Tori meet with your grandson at your house so that he understands what needs to be done?
What she said?
Can I meet with your grandson, so I can show him exactly what needs to be done so we can get it closed out of here?
Yeah, I can, I'll have to arrange that.
Can you give Tori his information?
Phone number. You have his phone number?
I have it home, I don't have it with
Okay.
me.
You can call me tomorrow and give it to me.
Okay.
Because you need somebody there to help you with that. You know, we need to be
Well,
able to have somebody we can contact for you and see if we
my-
can work together to get this taken care of so it doesn't bother you anymore.
What?
I'm trying to
I'm
be as
gonna
loud
get
as
me
I
a
can.
hearing aid.
She said she,
That's next on my list.
she said she wants to find somebody to help you, so that way money's not involved in it. So basically, last meeting, they wanted me to meet with the street department to see if we could continue on with the agreement that we set out, remember?
Yeah.
They can't. They tried. They got a little bit of it, but they can't.
Well, I wondered what had happened.
Yeah, they can't, so you don't have to worry about that. But they did want me to get quotes, and I got with my guys that are outside of the city, and it's pricey, and we don't wanna have to do that or go that route.
Oh.
A lot of money.
Well, the woman right next door to me, like, her backyard is grown up.
It's wood, yeah, I know, that's
Yeah.
the hard part. That's the
Yeah.
hard part.
And it's been that way for years, that my backyard, and they've never cleaned it
That's
up.
what I don't understand, why they don't make her clean hers up. I mean, it's
Exactly.
completely woods.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, it's worse than her yard.
yeah.
It's just like selective, whoever gets picked on.
Well, I'm here just ask the court to have mercy on me, 'cause I'm doing the best I can, and I would do better if I could. And, when I get to where I can work again, I'll get out there and cut it myself.
Okay. So if you could get Miss Tori your grandson's information, and so she can meet with him, okay?
What's his motion?
She wants
Yes.
to call me tomorrow
You
to
ready?
get me your grandson's number so I can talk to him.
Okay.
Meet with him.
I'm, At this-
See, I had one son, and he died. He was a painter, and he painted all over town, you know, and he was up Cleveland, and he started hurting, and he started home and had a truck wreck and was killed suddenly. And the traumatic, what I went through, I was at home in the bed asleep one morning. Somebody called me and asked me if I was James Smith's mother.
Okay.
And he told me there had been a bad wreck, and for me and all my kids and their husbands to get up there as soon as they could. And I immediately know that was my one and only son,
I'm so sorry.
and he used to do all my work for me. I mean, I wouldn't have this problem if it hadn't been for him. I mean, if he hadn't have died.
Well, we're gonna try to work to get this taken care of for you, and I think we have a little bit of a plan here, and we're gonna make a motion to see if we can move forward.
If y'all had never had that happen to you, somebody call you like that out of the blue, and
I
for
know.
that be that dramatic, I ain't been the same since.
I'm so
I
sorry.
mean, we had 3 girls and 1 boy.
Well, we're here to help you, so we're gonna try to work together to help you out on this, Ms. Edna, okay?
Well, I appreciate it. Anything y'all can do to help me.
right now, I'd like to make a motion, since we have a quote for a range of $1,800, to give the grandson until the October 8th meeting to meet with you, Miss Tori, and get the property cleaned up. If not, then we'll proceed at that point with the $1,800 cleanup.
By then, there'll be fall, everything will start dying down.
That's right.
It'll be a lot easier. Okay, so we have a motion. Can we have a
Second.
second? And we have a second.
Vice Chairperson Souter,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone,
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes.
Let me make sure, hey, I just wanna make sure we understand. And I don't know if she's here to assist. What's her name?
He was wanting you.
Do you mind, I just wanna make sure that she understands what we did. Are you with her?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So what the,
Did you hear what they said? They're gonna charge $1,800 if we don't do it ourselves.
Well-
That's basically what they're saying.
Oh.
well.
Well, I
we're
can't
saying a
afford the
little bit-
$1,800.
Or more.
Well, okay,
And,
perhaps the.
See, the woman next door to me, her house is growed up the backyard, and she shuts her door, and for years, I've lived over there, you know, and facing that, and it still ain't cleaned up.
On the right side or the left side?
The one going
Right
further
side,
stuff's
when
the
you
water.
look at her house,
The
it's on
road.
the right, and it's her whole backyard is woods.
Yeah.
The side of her house is woods. And
They keep
it's
the,
okay for her yard to be like that, but it's not okay for my mom's. And I don't understand that.
this is my
Like, what's the
adopted daughter,
difference?
and she takes up for me, and it makes her mad to think that,
Well, I feel like you're being picked
You
on and
know.
harassed. When the woman right next to you, she's allowed to let her yard just be complete woods, and nobody ever says anything to her.
Well, hold on,
And it's
hold on.
not fair.
that's why we,
It is not fair.
that's
And
why
it
we
really makes
kind
me
of,
mad.
That's understandable.
Here's what we're gonna do. I just
if y'all
want,
seen what we're talking about, you would know.
right, and I,
Have you ever noticed it?
No, I don't really pay attention.
but, okay, well, what we'll do, thank you, that's very helpful. I understand codes, we'll take a look at that. There's one thing, do you have, Miss Tori's contact information?
What did he say?
You have my phone number.
Yeah,
Okay. She'll help and can help you and meet with your grandson hopefully in the next week or so, with hopes that he can get this completed and this matter will be finished at that time, okay? So keep in contact with Ms. Holder.
okay,
You want, and then,
I will.
Just call me. That's all he said.
Okay.
okay. Well, thank you.
I appreciate anything y'all would do to understand the situation. Back during COVID, I had one knee replaced and it went out. So they were gonna fix the other leg, it went out. And they were gonna do both of them when he went in there. And they put me in the hospital on a Monday morning, and I didn't know who I was until the next Friday evening. They'd give me too much of that stuff to put me to sleep. And they woke me up, put me in the ambulance to put me out there at Life Care in East Ridge. And my legs, I hadn't been able to use my legs since, because they're supposed to get you up and exercise you, and they didn't do it. Even at Life Care didn't do it because they was afraid COVID get spread. And that's why my legs is, if it wasn't for that, I'd be over there doing it myself. And I am
Understand.
sorry I can't do it.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Good.
okay. Thank y'all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Miss Edna.
Me and her both about ready for a nervous breakdown.
I understand.
And he's the only one that helps take care of me, and that's a lot for one person, you know. It's a lot on her.
Yeah.
So I apologize. Thank y'all.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Did we vote? Melissa, did we vote? We finished that vote?
I think so.
Okay. No, we didn't.
Okay,
We can do it again.
Yes, if we could please vote again. I'm sorry. I
Okay.
lost
No, it's
track. I apologize.
No. Vice Chairperson Souter,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone,
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes. The next item on the agenda is 1440 Millbro Circle. This update on progress from August 13th meeting regarding property still not in compliance, and have the owner present at the meeting. Is Mr. Shadwick here? No. Okay. We can move forward.
No one's reached out to me about the property. The exterior end of the carport is still in violation. It looks like he's tried to clean up maybe a little bit, but it's still not full compliance. His vehicles are still in our impound lot. He's yet to contact me to reach or to get those back.
What happens with vehicles in the impound lot, and at what time period does an action happen?
So technically they're not in the police impound lot, so I haven't followed that protocol. It's more behind McBride, right? It's still back there. Normally, after a certain period of time, for instance, 7-Eleven, we gained possession over those and sold those on Compass to recoup for the lien money that was owed. This was a little bit different because there's no one to really contest to, or, well, there is somebody that can contest to it, sorry. 7-Eleven, nobody could contest to it. So it was a little bit easier to go through that process. So I don't know the process of making them.
I'm just thinking about his things clogging up the city's resources. Okay, and this is still over the items under the carport. What about the yard? Is that remaining in
So far,
compliance?
so good, to my knowledge.
Because initially it was all about the debris in the yard, the vehicles, the mess. Okay. Are the items in the carport causing any harm to anyone? Is the egress clear? Is this, I mean, if, Lord forbid, there be a fire or something, some kind of emergency, would they have an egress?
Yes.
But would anybody, both ways?
But these
Yes.
were items that were just moved out of the yard into the
Yes.
carport.
Yes.
the
I mean, he can
That's
get out.
official game.
They can get out the side door. I mean, yes, it's not like it's blocked up by everything. It's just the amount of items that are out there.
No one has ever appeared for this
No.
property.
Well, there was one, but
Well-
it was not valid.
Right.
Okay. So suggestions, comments, because this, we're just not getting anywhere with this.
I mean, I can get bids for another cleanup again, but that's the third one now, so.
Third one that's going unanswered.
Supposed to be here tonight.
Yes.
He's
Is
never,
the grass still not been?
It's
Cut.
fine. That was maintained.
So it's just now the carport?
Just the carport now.
I want to suggest we get a bid to clean it up. I mean, that's what we've done in previous cases where there's been no complaints, there's been no reaction that, you know, we don't know what's going on with him unless he comes and tells us. So, I mean,
That's the presence that we've set.
yeah,
I even stressed it when we took the cars to McBride that he needed to be here to be in front of you guys, and
that's my suggestion.
Well, given the fact that, again, has ignored the order, no response to show or call or have any communication, I would make a motion to proceed with requiring a bid to clean up the items that were moved from the yard over to the carport from the original order.
I second.
I'm gonna amend 1 second with a question. Were there vehicles also as part of this, recreational vehicles that we need to consider, or no? That was,
I didn't think so, because
Okay,
they all
okay.
have proper,
okay, all right, so we have a motion and a second.
Vice Chairperson Souter,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone,
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes,
And again, that's just a bid to bring the carport and removal of the items, and
Yes.
rubbish and
Sir.
debris. Okay.
yes, sir. Okay, our next item is 3406 Myra Avenue. This is an update on progress from August 27th, emergency hearing regarding cleanup interior residence. Do we have someone here with, yes, if you could please come up.
I'm about to faint. I'm not feeling too good. I don't know if I can stand here.
I'm so sorry, would you like a chair?
that chair.
Yes, please.
Yes, thank you, Tori.
Thank you, Tori.
Okay, I'm sorry, I wasn't here at the 27th meeting, so I've read through the minutes. How are we doing?
So Ms. Trotter actually just got back home, last Friday.
You want me to speak and tell them what I did, or?
Let me
you
give a
go-
little
you go
update,
ahead.
yeah,
Oh,
and
you
you
go.
go.
Okay, okay.
Who is this?
This is Myra. This
Ms.
is-
Trotter.
Ms. Trotter?
Yes,
I'm sorry.
she's the
Okay.
owner of 3406 Myra. So Ms. Trotter just got back home on Friday. I did meet with her on Friday. We talked about being here, talked about the plan of action that needs to happen. I'm going to give her time. I know that due to the condemnation, I worked with some resources that I have, so I do have her a temporary placement for time being due to the condemnation. There's also a dumpster now outside, and I know that some work has begun just kind of going by, but I'll let her explain.
Okay,
Okay, first of all, I want to tell y'all, I have a mental illness, right? And I'm in treatment, and I was in Nashville at a psychiatric hospitalization from 8/20 to 9/4. Since I came back home, I'm working every day to remove the debris and trash, and have an exterminator scheduled to come tomorrow. And I don't want to lose my home. I don't want to be homeless. And I'm trying to do what Tori's telling me to do. I've had a real hard time living in that house. Nobody ever comes checks on me. Nobody checks on me. I need support. And my neighbors don't check on me. That's sitting behind me, they don't seem to care, or nobody seems to care. And I just want you to let you know that. And, I just wanna know what exactly is expected of me at the house, what is the deadline, and what happens next.
Okay, that's fair. That's very good questions. Ms. Torrey, would you like to walk her through kind of what's expected of where it is now and what needs to happen?
So we kind of talked about that on Friday a little bit. The biggest thing, obviously, is the sanitary issues. Everybody's in agreement with that.
Yes.
I kind of told Ms. Trotter that if we could, right now, our focus areas be bedroom, bathroom, and kitchen, because of those are most used areas in a home, we can work on the other 2 bedrooms, living room, etc. Hopefully, if we can make, even more progress by then, she has lights, she has water, that's not a concern. It's just about making it sanitary again. If we can knock out those 3 rooms and get those back into livable conditions that I'm okay with and that I would feel safe of her being in, I don't mind for her to go back in, and then we just keep working on the rest to keep her from being displaced. That's fine. However, I've got to see those 3 rooms completely top-notch, okay for any of us to go in and live in.
I'm sorry, you may have already said this. Have you been back out since?
Not since Friday, no.
Okay.
I've did drive-bys, and I can tell that there's stuff in the dumpsters.
I can show you, I have pictures of what I did, and I've already contacted the exterminator.
Okay.
He's
that's
coming
good.
out tomorrow.
Okay.
But he said that if there's a lot of stuff in there, he may not be able to get around.
That's right. He's
So
got to
I'm-
be able to do
I've
his
still got to
treatment.
work. I have some people I might be able to call to come out and help me. So,
Yeah.
get started a little bit more on it.
Okay.
Tori, just so I remember correctly, there was no structural issues, correct?
Couldn't tell you.
Because you couldn't get in there.
Correct.
Right.
I was in there, but obviously, I couldn't see anything. As it stands on the outside, no, I didn't see anything. Obviously, when the time comes, I can look for that kind of stuff, but that's not any concern right now. Like I said, I didn't walk on the floors. I didn't feel any loose boards. I didn't feel like anything was starting to sag. The walls didn't look like, they were caving in or sheetrock was missing or things like that. It's strictly just the sanitary and living conditions.
Okay. So, Ms. Trotter, if you could work on those 3 rooms that Tori said and making sure that you have a clear egress, meaning a way in and out of the home safely, then, let's work on that right now.
Oh, okay.
So one step at a time. I'm not gonna overwhelm you, and I know this is hard.
I was up in Nashville for 2 weeks.
Right.
Trying to get my medicine right. And coming back home and with all the stress
Right.
piled on me, so.
It's understandable. Okay. So do you want to?
When will you be able to make another visit to see the progress?
Whenever. I was trying to give her a little bit of time because obviously it was still fresh. Like she was
Right.
trying to get back to, reality, just coming back home. We can schedule it for tomorrow or Friday. We can
I
schedule it
have
for
a
Monday.
picture of what
Yeah, we
I've
can look at
done, if you wanna see it.
You'll still want me to go in, which
Oh, okay.
The bathroom, bedroom, and kitchen,
That may take a.
sleeping,
picture.
eating, and
Come on.
bathroom,
let's include that hallway too.
and hallway.
Hallway, I've already worked on the hallway.
Good.
I've already worked on the hallway.
That's what I wanted.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
okay. You can go by there and see it if you want.
Or send me a text if I don't answer. Send me a text so I know. Because there's so many phone calls that come through that phone a day.
To Teddy, go check.
How long
I'll meet you out
does
there.
that,
Oh, okay, yeah.
how long
I ain't gonna go without you.
is she going to
Oh.
be in other accommodations?
That was gonna be my next question, do we need to hold it for
Yeah, it's going off.
Tori make that decision between now and then?
Well, we'll find out. Do you reasonably think you can finish the 3-room clear out, in 30 days? Or do you think you'll need more time?
I don't know if I can do it in 30 days. I'll try.
That's fine. No, you're not. That just helps us. Did you hear? I said 30.
30 days?
30 days, yes.
Did you think I said 3?
No, I'll try to, my best to get, you don't realize how much stuff's in there till you start working.
That's fine.
And,
Well, that helps us. I think the answer,
It's just for
that
Tom
answers the
Frank, they're
question.
trying to see.
So,
I mean, I'll try my best to get it cleaned up in 30 days.
okay, that's fine. Thank you.
And do you have friends and family that could potentially come help you?
My parents are dead.
Okay,
I have limited people I know,
Okay.
see.
okay, I understand.
Yeah, but there's a couple at the church that might be able to come over and help.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah.
And that's what our community does, you know, try to, especially in churches and our family. And so I would reach out to anybody that you could to help you
Okay,
with this. This is, I know it's overwhelming, and I think it can be done.
okay.
The reason we say that if Dory sees progress, we can have an emergency meeting to let her back in.
Oh,
yeah.
you don't have to have that. She could do that. Yeah.
Let her, I can put that in the motion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
Is that good with you?
You here with this case?
Ooh, I'm sorry.
She is.
Are you here with this case?
They live
Oh,
across the
okay,
street.
absolutely, if you wanna come up. If you're. Oh, okay, or at the end, it's fine. Okay, yeah, at the end, that'd be great, okay.
I wanna say one thing about my neighbor behind me. One time I didn't have my grass mowed or something, and she said, "You're the only person, your yard makes everybody else's yard look bad." She didn't realize what I was going through.
Okay,
I remember that, and I won't ever forget it. She can talk about me all she wants. It's not gonna make me feel bad.
Free housing. Want to ask that question?
Well, I'm gonna,
okay, so if we could get a motion on this. Okay, we'll let you address anything at the end. Do you have any ownership for? Okay, so who owns the property that she resides at
I
3406
own the property.
Myra? Okay, so that's the only person we're hearing from right now. Any other interests will be directed at the end. So right now, we're just dealing with the ownership of 3406. Right. And we'll give you an opportunity at the end.
Okay, because not hearing what's going on outside of
I understand. That'll be, okay.
Excuse me, did she just say that
What,
she owned?
no ma'am, no ma'am,
She did not.
no.
at this time, I'd like to make a motion to allow Ms. Trotter 30 days to continue the cleanup for the said spaces of the bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, and hallway
30 days for to clean up that.
for those 4 rooms. And at that point, if Ms. Holder feels deemed necessary or safe for her to return, then you could return at that time. But only if Ms. Holder deems it safe.
Okay,
Now, this is just for the 4 rooms of cleanup. You'll have to be back here in October for the next.
She said 3 rooms, right? 3 rooms?
Yeah, just the hallway, but if you've got the hallway working, then,
Oh, you said, those 4.
yeah, that's your.
And that is only for you to return. That does not mean this will be over.
Correct.
It's only for you to return.
Just so you can return to your home for now while you proceed on cleaning up the rest of it.
That does not
Okay.
change.
Yeah, this just gets you back in, so you're not
Oh,
out of your house.
Does it-
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
change the fact that needs to be done.
I know
possibly
the
more.
other stuff needs to be done.
And that also, as long as there's not any structural issues or sanitary issues found by Ms. Holder.
Okay. All right.
We have a motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second.
Vice Chairperson Souter,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone,
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes.
So, Ms. Trotter, just to make sure we understand, so you've got, starting today, they've given you a chance to get this property, those four areas, the kitchen, the hallway, the bedroom, and the bathroom.
Yeah,
You've got now until October 8th to get
8th.
that completed, and then you will come back here on October 8th.
okay.
All right, but in the meantime, communicate with Ms. Holder. Do you have her
Okay.
contact?
I do. I tried to call her the other day and she never called me
Well,
back, so.
anyway, she just stay in contact with her. What I don't want to see happen is that nothing gets done between now and October 8th, because if efforts aren't completed for those four areas, I just want to let you know what this commission under the city ordinances has the authority to order cleanup of the property.
Okay,
In
what
other
does
words,
that mean?
Means they can order a bid to be placed so that the city will come clean up and render the property cleaned up and compliant, okay? And what
Okay,
I'm-
but what happens after that?
Then the cost is put as a lien on your
Yeah.
property, and it will have to be satisfied among with your taxes. Everything will be cleaned up, but you'll owe the cost to the city of cleaning it up for you.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay.
I see.
Yeah, what I'm really trying to eliminate is you leaving here and not having an understanding that if it does not get completed by October 8th, then this commission, this panel up here has the authority to order cleanup by way of getting someone you may not know in there to clean up and remove the items. I don't,
Well,
If you don't get it done.
some of the items are brand new.
well, I understand.
Would they throw those out?
I'm not, you're gonna complete this, correct?
I'm gonna try my best.
Okay. Well, I just want you to know what is the possibility that if you come here in October and Ms. Holder, if she reports back, I can't get Ms. Trotter, there was not any cleanup. If she reports back that she's dissatisfied, I just want you to know this panel has some authority to take efforts to clean it up.
Okay.
And I don't want you to not have knowledge of that. So that sort of, with
So
that knowledge,
I have by the October 8th.
you need to be back here on October 8th, regardless. You're here on October 8th. Ms. Holders, who you need to stay in constant communication with, to tell her what you are doing to
Okay.
actually get the cleanup completed.
Okay.
All right, I don't want a situation to arise in October where you're here and you say, well, I didn't know that you all could come clean it up. I'll get it now. That your time is now to do it, not
Okay.
October 8th.
Okay, I understand that.
Yes, ma'am. Okay,
All
good.
right.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see you on October 8th.
Okay,
We're trying to avoid the second option.
okay,
We just let you know in advance that
okay,
it could happen.
okay.
I wish you all the best and stay in contact.
Oh, okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay.
Our next item is 201 East Street. This is the update on the progress of August 27th emergency hearing regarding a fire alarm system working and full code compliance.
So this is the area property manager?
I'm considered a traveling operations specialist, which is almost a step above the manager. So I come in,
You're
actually,
operations specialist
Yes.
for,
AFI.
okay.
What's her name?
What is your name?
My name is Rhonda Ramirez.
I'm sorry?
Rhonda Ramirez.
Do you have an on-site management team there at Dogwood? Or is that no longer?
As of today, they've handed their keys.
Okay, okay, so you'll be the main contact then?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so from what I understand, we had some sprinklers, smoke alarms, fire system that was not being maintained with multiple other problems.
That's correct. And I've been in contact with some of the companies doing it, mostly Chattanooga Fire Protection. They re-tagged.
Thank you.
I didn't see it. I hadn't even
We
looked
have to
up.
be able to hear you, Mr. Dean.
I hadn't even looked up yet. So.
They re-tagged the fire alarm, replaced Building 5,
Okay,
fixed Building 3, 1, 2, and 4. They re-tagged them, said they're in service. They have working on a contract with a sprinkler company now. Within the next few days, they should be inspecting it. On-site has been performing battery changes and smoke alarm changes.
okay, and how much of that has been completed?
I just came in yesterday from Nashville. I was here prior to that 2 weeks ago, but I
So-
was in Nashville working. But we did have a THDA inspection today from the
Okay.
state. So we walked through all of that, and we've got the list of them of what we're going to go through and check. Most of the fire, the smoke detectors all worked in all the units we went into. There was a couple that the residents had pulled down. So we're going to go back in. We have 24 hours to get that corrected. So we're going to go back in and correct that.
Okay.
And
We
per
have-
some of the project managers at AFI, they stated that all of them were working.
Okay,
Who is? I'm sorry. What is AFI?
Alexander Forest Investments is the property management company.
Alexander.
Forest Investments.
Forest Investment.
Prior order. I just saw it.
How many units are at this property?
140, 142. Hang on, I will.
140 to 150, somewhere right there.
Yeah.
Are you still under fire watch?
Yes. So I tried to contact, and I'll make sure one more time, but I tried to make sure that one of the sprinkler companies, either the one that had looked at it briefly or the one that did it before, could tell me that they were still in service. Neither one of them answered me back. The fire alarm is working now, so it will alert us, but I'm not clear on the sprinkler system at this time.
Are those mandated to be tested annually? Is that
That's correct.
So who was there a monitoring company prior to this happening?
All-Star was a monitoring company up until now. They've changed it to Chattanooga Fire Protection, and they're all being monitored at this time.
Okay, okay.
So the only reason we're under fire watch is because of the sprinklers?
Yes, the moment someone can tell me that they will work as they were designed, I'll be more than happy to take off fire watch.
And you said you have someone in the process of testing those?
Yes, they came out today. His name was Austin AR, and he came out to give us a scope of the work, and Sharon from Chattanooga Fire Protection said he would be sending out some more information, but it was today when he came out, so I'm not sure when I will get that information from him.
I tried contacting Austin also. I couldn't get a hold of him.
I didn't get a really good chance to talk to him because I was in the middle of the inspection with the THDA, so.
How often does THDA do their inspections?
It's every 3 years unless they see something that's really like over the.
And how many units, what percentage do they look at on your occupied, or do they look at all 100%?
No, I think today we only looked at 22 units.
Okay.
No other units have been leased, correct?
No, sir,
Okay.
Any other repairs that you found or any other repairs that needs to be? We talked about some electrical repairs.
Exit lights have been ordered. The electrical is still in progress. The riser room door locks and signs on the door are still in progress. The Knox box has been ordered. I approved it this morning. It will be on the way in a few days. They also have to get Knox caps for Building 5 because the connection for the riser room, which is feeds the sprinkler from the fire department, it has to have a lock on it.
There was a box that came in. I meant to look at that, and I didn't think about that until you said it. I do know that corporate office did order the exit signs, and there was a box that came in. I didn't think to open it, so it may be there with the exit signs.
Okay. So,
I was just reading the last order.
yeah.
So what is your suggestion at this point?
I feel like they're making progress, pretty good strides. They've contacted everybody they need to. They're waiting on contracts. With it being corporate, that takes a little longer than you'd like sometimes, but it's understandable that they're moving forward.
So the quotes, the holdup on the quotes is on the contractor side, not the owner side.
I'm unclear which side,
Okay.
but they have actually been talking to me every day to every 2 days.
Okay. So the alarm system is working, it's being monitored. Basically, our biggest, issue right now is the sprinkler system.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Is that the last item on your list?
No, sir, that's the last main item on my list.
Last main item, so you're
Once
still.
you can get the fire alarm and the sprinkler, everybody's protected. I don't love it that exit lights are out. But
Okay.
people have cell phones, flashlights, stuff like that they can get out with. But as long as they're protected to get out, that's what I'm most concerned
And
about.
then we'll continue on the progress of the other, okay.
Yes, sir.
In this property, do they have fire extinguishers in the breezeways?
Yes, ma'am.
And those are all up to date and tagged appropriately? I'm sorry, it wasn't on here, but it just popped in my head. I didn't
And
know.
I thought about that too when I looked at it. Did they do the inspection Chattanooga Fire Protection? Because I thought about that when I was looking through this. I'm not sure if they got tagged.
I believe they're separate.
Okay.
I believe they were in date. I will
Alright.
check it again
Yeah.
when me and Ms. Holder walk through.
Just if we're taking care of everything, take care of everything.
Yes, ma'am.
Hydrants, extinguishers,
Yes, ma'am.
make sure the pressure systems are right on the hydrants and those are done and all those great things. I know it's a lot, but it can be the difference between losing an entire building and life. And
Mm-hmm.
I've been there. Yeah, you don't want to go down that alley if we can keep from it.
Well, until the sprinklers are signed off on, I still like to keep the non-leases in act.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wanna let any new families in there just yet until at least the sprinklers are. Would you agree with that?
I would.
When you said your on-site monitoring can end once the sprinklers have been signed
I'm
off.
sorry, repeat.
When you said that when the sprinklers have been fixed, then you don't have to have the on-site monitoring anymore.
Correct.
No.
Okay.
Deputy Dean, which buildings were the sprinkler? Is it all 4 buildings? Or excuse me, all 5 buildings?
When I walked through today, all 5 buildings had a tag on them out of non-compliance tag.
Okay.
So I was waiting to see if it was a critical non-compliance or just a non-compliance, like there was a ring not around it.
Okay. When I type up the order, I just want to make sure I'm accurate that with respect to it's 5 buildings that we're still waiting to get confirmation. Okay. Thank you.
I'm sorry, correction, 6, the office.
The office is 6 buildings.
There's 5 apartment buildings and an office.
Apartment unit, buildings with the, okay.
Count the maintenance as part of the office.
It's not sprinkled.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Okay.
Any other, you ready?
I have a quick question.
Sure.
Whenever they get the sprinkler system working, at that point, can I advise them that they can re-rent, or do we need to come back to do that?
I feel like that's up to you.
That can be, this body can make that as part of the motion, that if the fire department is satisfied and you can give, why don't we just, by notice of, written notice that they're satisfied, that if this body is pleased with the recommendation as Deputy Dean, then they could go ahead and lift the no leasing restriction without having to come back.
I have a question also.
Yeah.
So the on-site monitoring, I need to know what I need to do on my end because I'm only one person. I have not been to sleep since yesterday morning. So I'm struggling right now because it's now this late in the afternoon, and that means I will have to be up all night long to monitor this.
Do you have any sister properties nearby?
There is Park Ridge. I can reach out to see if I can.
Like in maintenance or something.
Do they, but now, the scope of the monitoring, I'm unsure about the scope. Are they walking each individual breezeways? Okay, that's all I need to know. I don't care to do what I need to do. I don't. But I'm only one person and I can't do this 7 days a week,
I think
24
I've
hours a
seen
day.
like, security companies come out and do fire watch is also, in special events, you can have an on-site security team come out as a vendor and do fire watch as
I
well.
mean, I don't care to do that, but it's
Right.
this time in the
I
afternoon.
know. Like, it's exhausting.
So before I make the motion, just so I'm clear, once you're satisfied with the sprinkler system, then you will release the on-site monitoring.
Yes, if you guys are good with it.
I'm sorry?
If this body is good with it, I will do it.
All right, I would make a motion that upon your recommendation, once the sprinkler is satisfactory in compliance, and with your recommendation, we would release the order of non-leasing. But I would like to pass it for 30 more days for the rest of the repairs. We want to see the rest of the repairs completed also.
Okay.
But at least we can get it off of the on-site monitoring.
Yeah, we have-
And also, we would just let it show that we would need a written, a signed statement from you, sir, that it's in
Yes, sir.
compliance.
Did I understand, if once he gets that written, are you saying that leasing can resume?
Can resume.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I second.
We have a motion and a second.
Vice Chairperson Souter,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone,
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes. Thank you, Ms. Rhonda.
Thank you,
We'll
guys.
see you October 8th.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Need to go back.
Oh. Hold on just a second here. So exterior carport cleaned out in order to get a bid to clean up carport and remain road. I mean, she's gotta get a bid and come back here, right? So, I mean, there's really nothing to add to Milburn. He's got time. If he wants to clean it up between now and October 8th, he can do that. Otherwise, well, not otherwise, we're getting a bid. And if it's not, yeah, I mean, we'll let him know. If you want to tell him, say, hey, this matter, you weren't here. Well, hold on. Okay, give me the hand. Okay.
That's our last case.
Milbro, right? Okay. Are you here for Milbro property? Okay, yeah, if you want to come up. Okay, well, that case has already been heard, but we can kind of tell you what's happened with it. That case came up for hearing, and Ms. Holder here testified that some of the stuff has been worked on, but majority of it, what the rubbish, some of the debris and stuff, was moved underneath the carport. And you can't have the open storage of that. So really, the long and short of it, you have until October 8th to remove all those items from the carport. This commission ordered that she is to go get bids to clean it up. Okay. Similar to what you heard me tell Ms. Trotter, they do have that authority. They don't like to undertake that. They want to give the property owner a chance first. And so in this case, they're giving you additional time, even from the prior August hearing. So you have until October 8th to do that yourself and get it cleaned up.
I understand.
So that's really what I'll have an order that'll get drafted on that, but that's what the essence of it is.
What about my vehicles? I got registration and everything here.
Bought up?
Well, the one that was brand, I just bought that 2014 van, and I didn't think it was inoperable. But I can't register it at the moment. I had to send off because they had a discrepancy mileage at DMV, so I had to send certified. So I'm waiting on that. But the other van,
We can, let's just move on.
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Holder, we'll go ahead and let citizens, if y'all want to step over there.
Okay, at this time, we'll hear from communications and comments from the public, if y'all want to come up. Okay, you guys signed in, correct?
We did.
And what is your name, dear?
Mine. I'm Valerie Ballard Hayes. I live in Franklin, Tennessee with my husband. This is my 85-year-old mother here. If you need her to speak, but she's the
Whoever
property
is here
owner.
to speak, this is open forum for y'all to.
You'll let me
give
speak.
3, 5, how many minutes?
You'll let me speak on behalf of her.
Yeah, this is for the community. Yeah, 5 minutes.
Oh, I am limited. Okay. And this is the other neighbor that's a very good friend of hers on the other side.
Next door.
Okay.
All right, well then I'll try to break it down,
Okay.
because what we're upset about out here, and you see our faces we're making, is that I'll cut through items 1 through 4 because of my 5 minutes and tell you that, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
The tent is what we hope for because we have all these pests coming up. I'm exhausted. I live in Franklin. I'm here pest controlling my mother's yard. I've had rental property. I know about pests and stuff. Pest controlling my mother's yard. I've got pests coming up my mother's driveway. Every time it rains, I'm over and over again. And it's a challenge. And now we have a dumpster out there. And I begged for that dumpster not to be put out there. What happened with so many bugs coming up the driveway is when animal control had to get the police to break the door in so they could get in to get the animals out. And when they did, they left that broken door open and just the screen door was there. And then the codes inspector comes, he's like, there were over 100 bugs on her doors, fell into the porch when I came there. Okay, we're feeling it over there. And she's next door, we're across the street, they're coming up my mother's driveway, she's got them in her kitchen and we're fighting them in her garage and laundry room right now because I am working myself hard. Pest control, if you get the big guns out, pay the big bucks, well, they'll come and do a lot, but they'll charge you a lot. I'm trying to keep from doing that because the yard is something else. And I'm trying to do the yard more and the driveway more to keep my mother's house from getting infested. Her son passed away a few weeks ago. He was terminally ill. So his things got moved in there before he died. Now my sister passed away a week or so ago unexpectedly, shocked us all. Was in the ICU and didn't make it. Now her belongings where she lives are going to have to be put, we feel like, in a storage instead of coming to my mother's, just some nice things, because we don't need any more stuff at my mom's in case she gets infested. And I know all about an infestation if it happens. It's a very hard thing to deal with. And so this dumpster is not helping us.
I'm so sorry. What kind of bugs are you?
Okay, so animal control came, and I skipped some items on
sorry.
here.
I'm just
So,
curious to know what kind of bugs
That's
you're
all right.
referring to.
Animal control came and said that, I asked them, I wanted to know what was in there, and they said several species. And I asked them, I said, well, is one of them German cockroaches? And they said, yes. That's the one that's pest control resistant. And that's what I'm so worried about. I've owned beach condos. If a condo gets infected, it's a struggle if they get the Germans. People bring them. And so I know that I'm trying to stay ahead of it, but they're coming up and I'm seeing them, and it's exhausting me and freaking me out. I have my own life in Franklin, and my mother's got, now 2 children that have passed away. We're going to get a storage. That's going to cost us. We've paid, I know, over $200 just for the stuff that I've had to buy to keep this stuff outside of my mom's house. It's stressful enough that they're in the garage and laundry room. His children have come and gotten one of my brother's cars out of there to try. I'm constantly having to stay on it, and the dumpster has made it worse. So that's what, skipping over these items and giving you more history, if you need it, I'll give it to you, but the dumpster can make it worse and is making it worse because all the items that get thrown in it the pests are infected in it, and it's causing them to come out
Yes.
in her home.
Yeah,
And
they're in my home.
Or in her
and
home.
we are constantly spraying inside the house, outside the house, the perimeter of our house, constantly. And we still haven't gotten rid of them. And we will not be able to until her property is properly cleaned.
And just so
and
that I'm
rid of bugs.
trying to vision this in my head, these are separate homes. These are not
Correct.
That's
joined
right.
by a wall
so she's
or.
not in my 5 minutes.
So
So.
each one of you have a house with a yard separating it,
Right,
correct?
so so
But
let me finish my
when-
5 minutes, so then that
Okay.
way we won't get
No, I
all
was
cheat.
just curious, I'm sorry.
You are,
Go ahead.
okay. Yeah, because we need our 5 minutes.
I
You can tell,
understand that you're
if you can
stressed.
understand, and then I don't live here, and so
Right.
I've got to keep racing back to town. I've been coming to town anyway because my sister's been in ICU and my brother passed away. We had my sister's memorial service yesterday. We have to get my sister's belongings.
I've lost 2 children.
I understand.
But I hear pitiful stories up here a lot. I know that. But it's what this not getting a tent is. I know City of Chattanooga gets tents. I know they do. And by trade, I'm a court reporter. I've reported meetings in Nashville and outerlining counties and cities and stuff, and never in East Ridge, but downtown Chattanooga. I know that there are tents used, but it's my understanding that East Ridge doesn't really do that. But I also understand from codes inspector here that this is some of the worst they've seen here, but maybe they hadn't been here 20 years. But this is a bad incident. I've known about her doing this when she's been in the mental hospital in the past. She used to rely on my family to want to go over there and feed her animals. She's like, I've got to go to the mental hospital. Can you feed my animals? Okay, my brother and sister went in there maybe 2 years ago. Neither one of them could do it. So my sister's friend went in there who fixes dilapidated houses, and he was able to do it. I'm like, y'all need to report her. And they didn't. They still continued to have her, my family, my mother, over for Thanksgiving to eat, felt sorry for her and all that. But also, she has money. I mean, my sister took her to get a brand new car for cash 2 years ago. So she has the money for a tent. Last year, it was a brand new car, and she got a cashier's check at the bank. My sister took her to get it. And the reason she doesn't have us anymore is because she cussed my sister out so bad that, my sister didn't want anything else to do. Yes, she goes off on people. But we realize she has a mental illness. But what I'm here about is this dumpster that's out there and what it's doing to us, ma'am. And you can tell I'm about to cry.
And when that dumpster gets full, it will be dumped, and so it's not just gonna sit out there
And in the meantime,
Colin.
every time something's thrown out there,
right.
the bugs are coming out of it. So what are we
And
as a...
unfortunately, those bugs can come from anywhere. As you know, as I know, they come from the grocery store. They live outside.
Have you
when I
seen the
see a bug
pictures?
outside, I'm grateful that they're not inside.
Well, are you grateful that you're not in this neighborhood right now is the question,
I'm
because
just saying that there are bugs outside.
they're on her ceiling, they're in her car.
And that's being directed to help get that corrected
Okay.
in her
But in the
house.
meantime, look at what we're going through, and I don't want to have to, hire anybody to come and speak up. I mean, they make an issue, they turn an issue this big into something bigger than this room. You know that. I just want the pests to quit coming over to my mom's house. My dad built this house when I was 1 year old, okay, and 60 years ago, and it's my childhood home. These are really pretty nice homes for East Ridge. It's not a dumpy neighborhood. But I just want to tell you how upset we are, and that I'm upset and disappointed that a tent can't be used, because now we have to
Get to that point.
Well, it's
Right now.
better for us if the bugs just stay inside. Once they come outside, it makes it worse
I think
for
it'd be,
us.
a lot of people would live a life without bugs, in total, but pest control, they have to be able to get to the point to be able to treat it. And, even I don't know about the tent method, how good it is with the condition of the home it is right now. Tori, you got to see the inside of that home. You've been able to see the outside, the yards, that kind of thing.
I was just gonna say, so I've never heard about the tent
Yeah.
until the new code enforcement officer told them about it, which I wish was directed towards our department first, because again, we were kind of blindsided on that. I did ask about that because I've never heard of it.
Right.
I asked my boss, which is the chief building official. I also asked the fire marshal his thoughts and concerns. I was shot down because the fire department feels that is also a fire hazard and a fire safety issue, because if something were to catch on fire in that dumpster and takes that tent up in flames, then it's gonna spread. And I can let, Fire Marshal Dean talk on that one if he wants to, but that's why there's not one, because I was vetoed over that whole decision.
And we're having to spend a lot of money.
It's not really the money at this point, ma'am. I'll eat it myself. It's the situation and the stress on me. But if the situation is like that with the tent, which I believe Tori, and she's really been nice to us, then why is the city of Chattanooga, why have they used tents? And why would there need to be a dumpster there if there's a tent?
Well, I can speak to that a little bit. I've had some experience with tents. We used them more regularly in California. That was a regular way of treating termites and pests out there.
Yes, sir.
What she's addressing is the heat factor. If you tent the property in its current condition, it holds in heat. That's what, if there's too much debris or too much property in there, then if it ignites, then the whole thing will go up.
Okay.
So it has to be cleaned out first before you could even safely consider going that route. So that's really not probably even in your best interest for her to do that at this time. Because if the whole house were to, I mean, that would be an even greater threat to you and your property if the house were to catch fire. So.
Yes, sir. I just don't want to be demeaned about, well, we get pests here and we get pests there. That's not what this is. I encourage you to look at the pictures, ma'am. It was bad 2 years ago, and now it's. I wouldn't go in there. I wouldn't go on that property for anything.
Gratefully, it's in front of us now, and we can work forward to get it taken care of.
Well, but my only upset is that it's coming outside and it's making it worse because it's been in there for a long time and we get a few. But now that it's outside after that door got broken and then now the dumpster is even worse, that's where it just doesn't seem fair for a neighborhood to have to go through this. And then neighbors on the other side of Julie, not this her, the other side have stated they've gotten professional pest control. They went ahead and got that. And what I'm putting out there is something they don't put out there, and I'm watching for those Germans, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got this gel, and I don't live here, but I'm not going to be able to let my mom's, I'll call whoever I have to call to get, if my mom's house gets infected, I wouldn't know what else to do because I'm really freaked out about it. I've lost 2 siblings, so I'm not doing too well as it is, but we're going to get the storage for my sister. She's costing us money. I guess that falls under a civil matter if we ever had to get to it. But we really just want to get this straightened out, ma'am. We don't want to have to do any of that. Okay, that's my time. I'm a separate house.
Well, again, I want to reiterate that we're on a forward path to get it corrected.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying? There's not much
Yes,
we
ma'am.
can do about going back or anything. And
because you have a procedure.
Slightly things like a dumpster, and it's a process, but at least we're moving in a positive light.
Because
to get
that's
it
kind of
taken
your
care
format and what
So,
you have to
just-
follow through, kind of maybe like, well, you've got to go through this first and this first. And
Right.
it's such a shame that
You
there's
have to
not
give
a
people the opportunity to take care of it.
better.
I have to keep my garage door closed all the
Yeah,
time.
she can't sit outside. She don't like to sit in the back. She's scared to sit in the back. So, but that's minor compared to
Can't get
what's
out the
around.
back steps good. I don't have a rail.
But
And
anyway,
I'm sorry, we
I'm
do
done.
know that it's coming from her house.
Okay.
Because our driveway, we see them coming into the house. And when they open that door up, they just streamed out. So we're constantly, like I said, spraying and paying money, going somewhere at least once a day, you know, every other day, going to buy things to spray around the perimeter of our house. The cats are over there and they're bringing fleas to our house now because we don't have pets. And so we are just constantly buying things with spraying in the house, outside the house.
Are
My
these-
husband is afraid that we're going to kill ourselves trying to kill the bugs. That's how bad.
Are these stray cats? Are they
No,
outdoor
they're her
cats?
cats, but
Okay.
they're, for some reason, they like our house, our driveway, and they stays under our cars, which I don't mind until I start seeing the fleas, of
Right.
course. And of course, they're in our car, they, you know, come into our house, we don't have bugs. But, you know, we've been having to keep them at bay. We can keep them at bay as long as her house is closed up. But when they opened the door,
Mm-hmm.
they all just started coming over there, and my husband just had one on his back the other day on the deck.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Okay.
it's bad.
And they
And I cannot have family over to the house, because if one of them little things start crawling around the counter while someone has food, I usually don't have to worry about that. But, so I can't even have guests at my house until this situation is taken care of.
Okay.
And, I don't want her to lose her house either.
Right.
That's not my issue. My issue is keeping the bugs at bay.
Right. Tori, do you have any suggestions or anything? Being outside,
I mean, obviously, we can work on making sure if Ms. Trotter's not there, moving things out, keeping the door as closed as we can. It is hard to secure it because police did have to kick in the door or fire, whichever. Ultimately, it's a tough situation. It's a tough situation for you guys. It's a tough situation for Ms. Trotter. It's kind of a lose-lose at this moment because in order to rectify and make it better, we have to get everything out. But then it also puts a hardship on y'all, and I get that. But it's kind of like, it's a toss-up. What do you want to do? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to rectify and get this as quick as we can, or
Right, we understand.
and like I hate it for everybody, but it's difficult. It's hard trying to.
Well,
As long as the situation's being taken care of and we
Yeah.
know there's some type of end,
Yes,
then
Yes.
we can deal with that.
there will be.
I hate it
Yeah.
because they're in my kitchen, and it's upsetting.
yeah. And this time of year, it also is frustrating because you also have, I always call them the dumb bugs. They're American cockroaches. And where we live, they are everywhere. I live on the other side of East Ridge basically in a very wooded area, and they are everywhere outside.
What
And
about the
it-
German ones? They're the ones that are pest resistant, pest
Right, they
control
are,
resistant.
and typically, from what I've understood from pest control, German roaches, they come in, like they're brought in, same thing with fleas, they're brought in, and American cockroaches, they stumble in and then die, they come in through creeks, cracks, egresses in your home, they find a way in.
Yeah.
But this part of the country, this time of year, both of them are frustrating and
We've
bad.
been living there for 15 years, and we haven't
Yeah.
had this type of problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not from the creeks, ma'am. This is
No,
from across the
no.
street. I've seen
And
them
I
come
understand
in.
that, I'm just saying, it's
I don't know where
frustrating.
she got them.
Yeah.
Maybe all that. I don't know. Maybe bringing in, with the hoarding situation, maybe just bringing in items from wherever, and which is what's going on. You've got the pictures, and we've known about it for a long time. So maybe that. But whatever it is, the dumpster makes it worse for us. Is all I got to say. Is I'd rather them just be inside there, and can't they just? I don't want them to bomb it because they're really going to run. But anyway, maybe you'll think about us tonight when you go home and you don't have this going on in your neighborhood, because it's got me freaked out. And I think it's reasonable for me to be freaked out. My brother's things are there, my mom's things are there, and I'm fighting it. So I'm fighting it to keep it out of her house.
At some point, she'll have to go back to her home.
Don't you wish I would? And now I'm looking at, okay, I've got to come back, what, October 8th or something, or somebody in my place. I don't know who, but we've got to stay on it, and I'm
Well,
exhausted.
this isn't going anywhere anytime soon to get it rectified.
That's upsetting to me because of that dumpster. That dumpster's got me, it's got the bugs coming out of that stuff that's in that dumpster. Better off to have that stuff in her house, and if I could just beg that they could just bring it all out at once, instead of like, she's just bringing a few things at a time, and then here they all come, and then
That's right.
it's gonna go on and on and on, so I am concerned about that, so thank you.
Well,
Just if
thank you for
take that
your
into consideration.
comments. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, anything from the board on this month? Any questions, comments regarding any of the cases today? Anything, Tori?
No, ma'am.
Okay, we can be adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I will go get them. I'm gonna run up and get them. Oh, here's your pen. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. Yes.